A teacher asked her class to name things that ended with tor, that also ate things.
Okay.
The first little boy said, alligator. Very good, Jimmy, that's a big word, said the teacher. Little Johnny stands up and says, vibrator. The teacher almost falls off of her chair, afraid of what's next, and says, well Johnny, that's a nice big word, but it doesn't eat anything. Johnny replied, well, my mom has one, and she says it eats batteries like there's no tomorrow. Johnny got expelled.
Oh, but Johnny doesn't know. He's just seen what his mum's got. Not his fault, okay? Unexpel him right now.
Little Johnny fell in love, so he asks his father, Daddy, I fell in love and want to date this girl. That's great, son, he replied. Who is she? It's Sandra, the neighbor's daughter. The father looked at him and said, oh, I wish you didn't say that. I have to tell you something, but promise me you won't tell your mother that Sandra is actually your sister. This went on a couple of times and Johnny was so mad, he went to his mother crying. Mum, I am so mad at Dad. I fell in love with 6 girls but I can't date any because Dad is their father. The mother hugs him and says, my love, you can date whoever you want. Don't listen to him, he isn't your father. Little Johnny's class is learning about medicines. The teacher asks the pupils what kind of medicines they know and what they are used for. The first pupil said paracetamol. It is used for a headache. Excellent, said the teacher. Now it is Johnny's turn and he said Viagra. And what is it used for, Johnny? Asked the surprised teacher. It is used for diarrhea, said Johnny. And who told you this? Nobody, but every evening my mother tells my father, take a Viagra and maybe that shit will get harder. The teacher fainted.
She wasn't talking about shit.
Little Johnny was playing with his favorite car out the front of his house when he lost it down the drain. Johnny starts swearing when the local priest walks by. Johnny, you shouldn't swear like that, God's everywhere. Bullshit, he can't be everywhere at once. Is he at the top of the hill? Yes, replied the priest. Is he at that tree over there? Yes, replied the priest. Is he in my dad's garage? Of course, God's everywhere, said the priest. Well, you're a fucking liar, cuss, my dad doesn't have a garage.
Johnny is not stupid.
A wife and husband are having money issues. One day they decide to have the wife work the corner. Later that night the husband goes to pick the wife up. He asks, how much did you make? I made $200.50. The husband says, what asshole gave you 50 cents? She replies, all of them.
Wait, that's like 401 men. Oh my gosh.
An old Irishman shuffles into a bar at sundown with his eyes low and his head down. The bartender says, hey Billy, what's the matter? You seem troubled. Billy responds with, you see this bar we're standing in? I built it with me own hands. But they don't call me the bar builder, no. And the bridge everyone uses to cross the river to get to the market, I built that with me own hands too. But do they call me the bridge builder? No, they do not. And the wall that protects our city, I built that with me own hands too. And they don't call me the wall builder neither. But you fuck one goat and everyone calls me Billy the goat fucker.
That's wild.
The head nun tells the 2 new nuns that they have to paint their room without getting any paint on their clothes.
Okay.
So the one nun says to the other, hey, let's take all our clothes off, fold them up, and lock the door. So they do this, and begin painting their room. Soon they hear a knock at the door. They ask, who is it? It's the blind man. The nuns look at each other, then one nun says, he's blind, he can't see. What could it hurt? They let him in. The blind man walks in and says, hey, nice tits. Where do you want me to hang the blinds?
He's not blind, he's the blind man.
A psychiatrist was conducting a group therapy session with 3 young mothers and their small children.
Okay.
You all have obsessions, he observed. To the first mother, he said, you are obsessed with eating. You've even named your daughter Candy. He turned to the second mom. Your obsession is money. Again, it manifests itself in your child's name, Penny. At this point, the third mother got up, took her little boy by the hand and whispered, "Come on, Dick, let's go."
If you have enjoyed the video, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, and I'll love you forever. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Love you, bye.